What if Broly awakened as a Saiyan god? Broly was sitting there in hell, bored out of his mind, knowing he is stronger than everyone there. Flashback. The legend. Aries Saiyan stood there staring at a greenish alien-looking figure. Broly, still pissed off from Goku defeating him, decided he would take his rage out on him. I'm going to stain this place with your blood. The greenish alien looked up at him and started laughing at him. Haha, this must be a joke, don't you know me? I am the perfect lifeform Cell. After that, Cell just stared at him with a smirk. Knowing that he was infinitely stronger, Cell looked a little closer and noticed his tail. You must be one of those Saiyan monkeys. Well, if you don't know, I already curb-stomped your Saiyan comrade Goku. Broly's grin slowly turned to an angry frown. Perfect lifeform, huh? Let's see how you can handle the legendary being. All of a sudden, green aura surrounded Broly. It began flashing, then lightning occur and the whole ground started shaking violently. Then a massive ball of green light surrounded Broly and he transformed into his state LSSJ. Cell suddenly noticed his dramatic increase in power and took a couple steps back. What's this? What are you? Broly then took off faster than Cell could react and close-lined him. Broly then stopped and dropped his elbow on Cell's head, smashing him into the ground. Broly then repeatedly stomped on him. Cell then moved and avoided the next stomp. Cell then absurdly pissed off. Well, if you want to play those games. Broly then noticed a blue ball of light charging in his hands. Broly then charged his Omega Blaster and sent it off. Cell fired his beam and Broly recognized it as the Kamehameha. It made contact with his Omega Blaster. Hell began to shake and the ground below began to fade away at the power going between the attacks. Cell then threw all his power into the beam at once and it caught Broly off guard, and Broly's attack began to go back and it made it as close to a couple feet from Broly's hand. He then remembered when Kakarot and his family killed him. With this, his power then jumped higher and his Omega Blaster began to rain down on Cell's perfect Kamehameha. Cell, the tired out, began to get worried, and then the Omega Blaster finally took over and landed on Cell. It then exploded as a massive ball of green light, with enough force to easily destroy a planet. Broly then came down and noticed somehow only Cell's head was left. Backslash. He picked it up and Cell said, "You're just a monster." "Me a monster? No, I am a devil, haha." Broly then grinded Cell's head on the ground like an eraser till there was nothing left of him. That was my strongest opponent, worthless. HMMPH. Over the course of 5 years after defeating Cell, Broly trained road trying to become stronger because he nothing better to do. He eventually achieved LSSJ3. Current. Broly began to wonder whatever made him so angry about Kakarot's crying. Broly just got bored with that hatred. He still hates Kakarot for sending him to hell. Broly then noticed a flash of light. He was then engulfed by it and returned to Earth. He noticed he was alive again. Broly laughed loudly. "I am coming for you, Kakarot." Meanwhile, wishing scene, Pilaf stole the Dragon Balls. Bring back one of Goku's enemies, mighty Shenron. Which one? I don't care, the one that shocked Goku the most. It shall be done. Present. Broly has changed, however, being in hell for that long faded a lot of his anger and he could think clearly. Let's make this interesting. Broly then began to power up to his original LSSJ state. The earth began to shatter and erupt. 10. Broly's green aura came again and he transformed. FYI. Takes place after a couple months after the Buu saga. Back at Kame House. Kakarot ETS, leave this dump now, we could be sparring. Geez, Vegeta, take it easy. Master Roshi cooked us some food and everyone is enjoying themselves. Krillin chuckling, you can say that again, Goku. Then Insa, Nelly, huge power level, all hit their senses. Goku and Vegeta, standing there in awe. No, it can't be Kakarot, if I am correct. That's no, how could he come back? Not now. Everyone else began looking at them worried, sick. Bulma shrieking, who is it, Vegeta? Vegeta began to tremble a little bit. It's the legendary Super Saiyan. He has returned and who knows how much stronger he could have gotten. Goku looking serious, come on guys, no time to waste. Broly stood there laughing, that outta bring them out, haha. Kakarot, how did he come back? There is no explanation. I don't know, Vegeta, my only guess would be the Dragon Balls. But I don't see how that is possible. Vegeta kind of stumped. What do you mean? Goku with a serious, but puzzled look. Well, think about it, we are the only ones who know about Broly since the past couple years. What I am getting at is even if it was a wish only we could have known about him. Goku thoughts, I just don't get it, why would anyone want to bring him back? Quote, Goku and Vegeta quickly flew off as fast as they could with Trunks, Gohan, and Krillin right behind them. Krillin surprised at Trunks' expression. It was not a worried look, it was more of a smirk. What gives Trunks? You seem confident that Broly is not a threat. Well, I am not a 100%, but my guess is that we defeated Boo and he was a stronger enemy than Broly, so he may be weaker than we think. However, there is no telling if he has trained or not. Gohan looked over worried. Let's hurry guys, stronger or not there is still a chance he could blow up Earth. The three of them went off with Goku and Vegeta. 5 minutes more of flying. Vegeta over there, I can feel him. Broly just hovered there in the distance, seemingly looking into the sky. The Z warriors were finally face to face with him. Broly, oh look, if it isn't Kakarot, I was expecting you. Goku said with anger and realness. Broly, we don't want any trouble, leave now. Broly laughed hysterically. Oh, and how does a piece of scum like you plan to do it? Goku began to scream. The ocean started rocking, wind blew furiously around them. His hair began to grow long and became a bright gold. Back at the lookout, Piccolo, can you feel the magnitude of Goku's power? This can't be good, Dend, he is going Super Saiyan 3 and its full power. It's strange, Dend, I felt an energy that gives you chills down your spine. I felt it long ago, but I can't put my finger on it. I am going to check it out, I'll be back. Piccolo quickly sped off to the source of energy. Den just stood there aimlessly. It's always one problem after another, Cell, Boo. And now this. Back to Broly and Goku. How about this Broly Super Saiyan 3 inches? Broly stood there and just peered down at the flaming Saiyan. That's a cute trick you've got there. Now let me show you how a true Saiyan does it. Suddenly Broly's transformation appeared the same as Goku's, but Broly's had a green aura around him and the Z warriors could feel the depth behind his power. With a loud roar Broly began. He started glowing and his hair grew long and golden like Goku's. This isn't good, Vegeta, his power has already far surpassed mine and he hasn't even powered up. Halfway, Broly still smirking. Kakarot, I am not even going to waste my time powering up my maximum. Goku then dashed at Broly and tried to land a punch on his face, but Broly caught with his hand and Earth began to rumble at the shockwave of the punch. All the Z warriors stood there hopeless but still not giving up. As Broly was crushing Goku's hand, said calmly and cockily, Kakarot, all I wanted to do was talk. Goku pulled his fist back for a second and was confused. Huh, I have had some time in hell to think. I need stronger opponents. Train with me, Kakarot, and maybe I won't consider decimating you and your pals. Goku stood there confused, but also had a sense of relief. Really, Broly? That's great. Both of them went back down to their base forms. Kakarot, you can't be serious, you actually believe this, angry gorilla? Quote, Vegeta, I want to give him a second chance, he could be a good partner. All of the Z warriors, still trembling at Broly's power, did not trust him. Gohan, what's your dad doing, is he crazy? I can't say, Trunks, he has a knack for this kind of thing and it usually backfires. Broly put his hand on his stomach. Say, Kakarot, where can I get a bite around here? Go. Goku then grabbed onto him and used instant transmission. All the Z fighters stood there like they just saw a ghost. Did that really just happen, guys? Krillin said with an unsure tone. Darn, that clown Kakarot sealed his power level. I have no clue where they went. Dad, we still have to look. Goku must have lost his mind. Doesn't he remember that Broly was an insane psychopath? Well, let's hurry it up then. No time to waste. Krillin and Gohan, you guys start at Kame's outlook. Me and Trunks will go check out the cities. The Z fighters took off with intensity, knowing that Broly is like a ticking time bomb. Back at some buffet, the restaurant waiters quickly brought food to a table with two men who continued to devour every bit of food in sight. Wow, Broly, I never knew you had such an appetite. Brol, why just ignored Kakarot and continued to shovel food down his throat. So Broly, how did you come back? Goku asked curiously. Broly growled a little bit because he wanted to finish his steak. Well, I was in hell and some light engulfed me. Flashback. What is this? The light covered Broly and zapped him back to Earth. When the light disappeared, Broly noticed he was looking at mountain range that was dusty and was a wasteland, and there was an ocean next to it. He then noticed a small blue pint-sized person standing below him. He proceeded to yell at Broly. Hey you, Muscley looking guy go kill Goku, lil man act tough syndrome. Then his fox-looing assistant came up, sire. I don't think it'd be wise to say that. Look at him, he doesn't have that happy expression on his face. Brawly had a confused look at first but then just laughed at him. I encourage you to come up here and make me. The little blue man peel off, then let out a shriek and ran behind a rock, hoped for the best. Ha 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 ha. That's what I thought. Flashback end. And that's when I waited for you. Ooh, so I see you have met Pilaf. He has been kind of annoying sometimes, but oh well. So why haven't you been as angry as usual? Brawly grinned a little. Oh, don't think of his friends Kakarot. I would have no problem blasting everything to dust right now. I am just looking for new challenges right now. Goku laughed nervously. LLLLL, that's a shame you missed an enemy we had here a while ago called Boo. He was a fun challenge. Just as Brawly was about to comment, Vegeta and Trunks break into the restaurant abruptly. Kakarot, you must have really lost it now. We are sending him back to hell and that's it. Goku, please listen, we can't trust him. He could destroy Earth anytime he wanted to without us knowing. Brawly raises a brow. Quote, oh look, the Prince of Nothing is trying to threaten me again. Goku gets in between them as he can see their power levels are starting to rise. Guys, hey, hold on here, Goku kind of whispers. Vegeta, would you calm down? He could be a great sparring partner. Besides, we really don't have a lot of options. I would rather have him training than destroying planets. Just give him a chance. Vegeta turned away and got a little angry. Fine Kakarot, but he is your problem. Let's go Trunks. But Fath, now Trunks. They quickly flew off. Phew, that was close, haha. So how about that sparring match? Hurry, grab on. Goku used instant transmission and brought them to Mars. Here Brawly, we can both go all out, so don't hold back. Goku and Brawly both began to power up to SSJ3, but Brawly only went halfway, knowing he could easily defeat Goku. The planet began to shake, the weather became violent, rocks were flying around as the two auras grew huge. Back on Earth, everyone is at Capsule Corp. Krillin exclaimed, whoa, can you guys feel that? All the Z fighters shocked as well. Tien responded, that's insane. There is a chance they could destroy Earth from this. The power is so strong that it could be felt through out the galaxies, and even the Kais could feel its imminence. Just as Goku and Brawly sped at each other, their fists clashed and the shockwave already made huge depressions in the ground and it rumbled below them. Goku was interrupted by a nasally voice in his head. Goku, can you hear me? Brawly, hold on. GHH. Ya King Kai, loud and clear. Goku, this is very important, so listen up. I have been listening around. There is some so-called god of destruction Beerus that has woken up. I heard he may be visiting Earth sometime within the next year. I don't see what's the big deal then, haha. Goku ha. D his hand on the back of his head as he was laughing. Goku, this is no time to joke around. As I was saying, this Beerus character destroys wherever he goes and he is insanely powerful. Aw man, I feel like I never get a rest from this stuff sometimes. I am just warning you, Goku, this guy isn't to be taken lightly. Goku sighed. Alright King Kai, thanks. Are you done with your games, Kakarot? Yeah, it's just some god of destruction is coming here and he is supposed to be one of the most powerful beings in the whole universe. Brawly thought for a second this could be an opportunity to get the challenge he was finally waiting for. He had never heard of the god of destruction though. Alright Kakarot, let's go ga. And with the blink of an eye, Brawly and Goku started throwing fists at each other. Brawly furiously charged at Goku and faked a hook to the head, but quickly vanished behind him and elbow dropped Goku to the ground. Then Brawly had a small ball of green energy charge in his hand and he threw it at Goku. Here Kakarot, struggle all you want, but you will still die. Brawly's eraser cannon hit Goku in Mars and the ball of energy expanded to the size of a state and left an immense depression in the ground. Brawly began laughing and screamed loudly. Well, I was expecting more of a fight, but I seem to have forgotten how weak you are, haha. The smoke began to dissipate, but Goku was nowhere to be seen. Just then Goku quickly appeared behind Brawly. Well, why didn't you just ask? Then Goku in a flash kicked Brawly right in the neck, sending him flying down. My turn now. K-A-M. E-ha-me-ha. And with that a blue beam the size of Cell's perfect Kamehameha shot down to Brawly. He swiftly got up and stopped the beam from touching the ground. Brawly then knocked the Kamehameha back into the sky. Goku then appeared right in front of Brawly. Hee hee, thanks for taking the bait. Goku then nailed Broly right in the face, sending him back, but Goku didn't stop there. He sped toward Broly as he was flying back, then gave him a full power uppercut to the chin. He then flowed up, giving Broly repeated punches and kicks to the chest and stomach. Enough of this. Broly caught Goku's leg and threw him off. Goku and Broly started fighting, blocking and making some hits with each of them. The fight almost seemed even for the time being. Still having second thoughts, Kakarot. Haha, not a bit, I am almost having too much food. Just then Broly got Goku with a hook right to the head that almost knocked Goku out cold. The two of them just floated there and stared at each other. Wow, Broly, you sure haven't wasted your time in hell, hee. Goku's plan to still distract Broly. But Broly saw right through it, and at the speed of light Broly charged at Goku and kicked him upwards. Broly quickly flew up above him and double hammer fisted him to the ground. Broly could then feel Goku's power starting to waver. I'm impressed, Kakarot, you have gotten a lot stronger. But you're still a weak little sheep to me. Goku with a look of determination on his face. You just make this too fun for me. Back on Earth the Z fighters still gathered at Capsule Corp. Damn Kakarot, that clown. He has really dug us deep down now. Guys, with or without Goku, I say we all take him on at once. Then all of them, Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, Vegeta, Piccolo, Trunks, Goten, Majin Buu, Android 18, and Gohan all agree it's for the best. Gohan then stated, they both should be tired from sparring. My father has achieved Super Saiyan 3 inches. That being said, I hope Broly has only made it to Super Saiyan 2 inches. Then Vegeta exclaimed, it doesn't matter, that mindless low-level Saiyan needs to be sent back. Back on Mars, Broly, almost having Goku defeated, his Saiyan blood was really pumping from all the fighting. Then another green ball appeared in his hand, except this one larger in size. Goku then felt its insane power. Then Goku had a worried look on his face because he had no energy left. He couldn't even sustain SSJ-3. Broly then shot it down to Mars. Goku then yelled, Broly, no, what are you doing? Goku's thoughts. No, that's enough power to blow up Mars 100 times over. GHHHH. Goku grinned and knew he couldn't stop it. Goku then used instant transmission back to Earth. Broly couldn't sense it because he was so overwhelmed by his own power. Goku then appeared back at Capsule Corp with a worried and angry look on his face. Trunks exclaimed, Goku, what's happening? Goku shouted, brace yourselves, guys. Everyone just stood there confused but were panicking. Back on Mars, Broly continued to laugh as the green ball was just seconds away from touching the rocks. Began to evaporate into the air, as did the ground below. Furious winds came up, then the energy ball touched the ground. Back on Earth, Goku said, look, and pointed into the sky. Just then a massive ball of green energy was seen in the sky, and everyone around the world could feel it. Just then all the Z fighters knew what happened. Trunks then screamed at Goku as storms began to brew up on Earth from the leftover energy waves from the blast. Goku, did he just do what I think he did? Gah, it was all good until H. Just then Vegeta hit Goku in the back of the neck, knocking him out. That's enough out of your senseless trap. Alright, I hope all of you saw what he just did. We're killing him. There was a silence in the air, no one spoke. But everyone knew Broly had to be stopped at all costs. Just then Bulma ran outside and yelled at everyone, guys, come look at this. Everyone ran inside as she had the TV on. The news reporter. Scientists have confirmed it as crazy as this sounds, whatever that green light was, it appeared to have erased Mars. We believe it to be extraterrestrial beings. We will have more soon, folks. Krillin got angry. We have to stop him. Guys, I don't know what Goku was thinking. No time to waste. As they all walked outside, they felt Broly. Broly suppressed a lot of his power and was only in his LSSJ state. Yamcha, trying to act tough, started walking up to Broly. Broly, you monster, why would you Eve? Broly then bitch smacked Yamcha cold into some rocks, and no one seemed to care. Broly prepared to be stomped by the prince. Haha, oh look, this old rundown trick again. Vegeta, before I smash your face in, you should wipe the bullshit of your eyes first to see who you're challenging. Haha. Vegeta then smirked. You haven't seen me in a while, Broly. I am only going to offer this once. Surrender now or prepare to say your prayers. A golden glow then appeared around Vegeta. Play Vegeta Super Saiyan theme. The ground began to rumble. All of the Z fighters were pushed away at the sheer force of his transformation. The glow engulfed Vegeta as he continued screaming. Krillin shocked, whoa Trunks. When did your dad gain all this power? I don't know I have never seen his power raise this much. He seemed a lot weaker when he fought. Boo. Broly, even intrigued by Vegeta's increase in power. Buildings in the city began to collapse in the sky, began to darken above Vegeta as all the clouds began to circle above him. Lightning strikes began coming from Vegeta's golden glow. Broly, this will be unlike any challenge you have ever faced. I am a true Saiyan. Broly just grinned as he let Vegeta finish his transformation. As Vegeta's glow began to fade, Trunks could see his father. Everyone stood there in awe. No way has my father reached Super Saiyan T. Vegeta started smirking. Gee at Broly, if you give up now I promise not to make your death painful. Haha. Broly chuckled. Your fireworks were amusing, but I am too tired to deal with this right now. Broly did not want to deal with this, so he powered up to his maximum LSSJ3. Vegeta kept a look of confidence on his face, but in his mind, damn, even with my new power, there is no way it matches to his. All the Z fighters were caught off guard so fast they just stood there trembling, not knowing what to do because they never felt a power this strong. Tien blurted out, "Great, what do we do now?" Tien noticed Krillin. It seemed like he was almost zoned out because he paid no attention to Broly. "Hey, Krillin, you okay over there?" Krillin then snapped out of it. "Hey Tien, I have an idea, come over here." Tien tried to obey as silently as possible, trying not to provoke Broly. "What's up, Krillin?" "Well, I am sure you can feel it. Broly's power is way too much for all of us, even Vegeta. We should try to reason with Broly instead of dying trying to fight him right away." "Krillin, are you insane? In case you forgot, he blew up Mars with no effort." "Well, unless you have a genius plan on how to kill him, I think we should give it a try. If it doesn't work, then we fight him." Tien changed his mind. Well, you have a point. With Goku out, we don't have too many options. Alright, let's give it a go." As they looked up at Broly, they watched him charge a lot of energy into his right fist, and with a burst of speed, Vegeta couldn't even react fast enough. Broly nailed Vegeta in the face. The punch was so strong when it hit Vegeta, the ground below collapsed and it easily ripped through the buildings as Vegeta went through them, and when Vegeta hit the ground, his body made an impression in it. Vegeta quick lost his Super Saiyan 3 and passed out. Broly looked down at the Z fighters and with a commanding voice, "Does anyone else want their face redone?" Krillin decided to go through with his plan. "Broly, we don't want to fight. We thought you changed." "I have changed, I have become much stronger," Broly said arrogantly. Krillin felt like he was choking when Broly said that, and his next sentence couldn't come out. "No Broly, we thought you were not going to destroy millions of lives anymore." "That's funny, I am pretty sure I have not killed anyone since I came back." Krillin then thought hard about it, but then realized he was right. Fine, but then why did you blow up Mars?" Broly laughed a little and had a menacing look on his face. "That's simple, I just wanted to have some fun with Kakarot. Ha ha ha. As for the weak prince, he will be fine, I only put him in a coma." Broly went back to his base form. "I will deal with you guys later." Broly quickly flew off and suppressed his energy so no one could sense him. He then decided to go nap, but he wanted to do it at Kame House so he could wait for Kakarot. Back at Capsule Corp, Goku and Vegeta were both knocked out cold and were healing. Piccolo noticed Gohan staring out the window and knew he was thinking about something. "What's got you troubled, kid?" "I know that look." "It's nothing, Piccolo, I was just thinking about what happened earlier." "Do you think Broly really could have changed?" "I mean, he was right, he could have easily killed anyone, but he didn't." Piccolo had to think about it to himself for a second. "I can't say Gohan, he was the most reckless opponent we have ever faced besides Boo. Part of me wants to, but I just can't see someone like him ever changing. I think it's only a matter of time before he returns to his old self. I don't know why, but some part of me wants him to change. I feel like he could be a great help in the future." "Well, I don't think it's impossible, just look at me and Vegeta, all we wanted to do is kill Goku." "That's true, but I think Broly just has a very intense Saiyan rage in him." Just then Goku woke up screaming, "Ah, don't put the needle in me." "Oh, it was just a dream, haha." "Dad, you're awake." "Gohan? Piccolo? Oh guys, I just had this terrible dream, Mars got blown up by Broly." There was an awkward moment of silence, but Piccolo spoke up. Goku, that actually happened." "What? Looks like Vegeta hit you too hard." "Wait, Vegeta? What happened?" "Well, how much do you remember?" Just sparring with Broly, then watching Mars get blown up. Good, looks like you didn't lose anything. Anyways, you were talking and Vegeta got fed up, so he knocked you out by surprise. Oh, then he challenged Broly and went Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta went Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, he tried to defeat Broly. But he also went Super Saiyan 3 and got Vegeta down quick. GHHH, is everyone else okay? Yes, actually Krillin decided to reason with him and didn't hurt anyone. He just flew off after that. And no one knows where he went. Then Bulma ran into the room. Goku, you have a call from Master Roshi. Master Roshi? Goku then took the phone. Master Roshi, you don't ever call, what's up? Quote, Goku, I am sure you have something to do with this. But why is Broccoli sleeping on my couch? Ah, that's where he is it. Hold on, Master Roshi. Goku then put his fingers on his forehead. I will be back, guys. Goku, you still there? Goku then appeared behind Master Roshi at Kame House. I am going to talk to him, Roshi. Well, I can't say no, just don't kill us. Goku then went over and kept poking Broly, trying to wake him up. Broly felt an annoying sensation on his head and then he heard Goku's voice. Kakarot, stop doing that. Broly grabbed Goku's hand and nearly crushed it. Ow, geez, Broly, that hurts. Broly, I just wanted to talk to you. Broly cut Goku off. Kakarot, there is something very important I have to ask you about. Goku kind of thrown off because he had never seen a soft side of Broly like this. What is it, Broly? It was a warm sunny evening at Kame House. The sun overlooked the ocean and everything appeared to be calm, but at the center of it were some of the most powerful beings in the universe. Goku and Broly were sitting upstairs. Broly appeared to just stare out the window as if he were contemplating something deep. Goku, on the other hand, was kind of clueless, and finally he breaks the ice. Broly, so WH. Broly quickly interrupts. Kakarot, Goku quietly murmurs, oh, now he decides to talk. Broly says this with a serious and calm voice. Kakarot, when I was on Mars and we were fighting, I could feel the Saiyan blood pumping through me and I took enjoyment in obliterating Mars. I have always wondered why Saiyans felt the need to destroy while I had time to think in hell. My question, Kakarot, is how is it you feel no rage in your life and you do not want blow up everything, but you still have the motive to fight? Goku sat there rather surprised. He would never expect someone like Broly to even think about this. Goku had to think about this for a second. Well, Broly, my grandpa Gohan told me I used to be more Saiyan-like, but then apparently I hit my head and I didn't remember anything. And then I was raised here. I think part of it was humans because they have the trait of loving one another. Once you value someone other than yourself in life, that is when you unlock your true potential. Before Broly could speak, Goku just remembered, even a better example than me would be Vegeta. He was born and raised on planet Vegeta and is probably one of the most stubborn people you will ever meet, but slowly with time he changed his ways and began to care for other things than himself. He even sacrificed himself. To this day, Vegeta still has the motive to fight but does not feel the need to destroy everything. Broly then pondered about for a good minute. He then looked back at Kakarot and gave him not a smile of hate or evil, but with a kind of warmth and appreciation behind it. Then he said, thank you, Kakarot. Oh, no problem, Broly. Goku said with enthusiasm. Broly just started walking out of the room. Roshi saw him coming down the stairs and out of fear Roshi jumped behind his couch and stared at him as he walked out of Kame House. Goku ran out to catch up to Broly. Wait, Broly, where are you going? Broly looked into the sky and began to float up and looked down at Goku. I will be back soon, Kakarot. Goku then felt Broly suppress his power and he flew off faster than Goku could react, and the legendary Super Saiyan's presence could not be felt. Aw man, I wished he would have stayed. I could have trained more. Goku then went back to join everyone else. Broly was flying off and at that moment he knew what he wanted to do. 9 months passed by before anyone felt a speck of Broly's energy. Goku and everyone else has been going beyond any levels of power they ever had reached before. No one knows what happened to Broly. Why, so they all assumed he was never coming back. They all decided to have a picnic at Capsule Corp. To just relax for a day and take a break from all the hard training they had been doing. Vegeta was dancing on the stage and singing, but it sounded awful, so everyone was laughing. As he was walking off the back of the stage, Yamcha thought it would be a good idea to go and try to one-up on Vegeta. Yamcha walks up and says arrogantly, man Vegeta, I knew you were bad, but I Didn't think I would be listening to a blender on stage. Vegeta stared at him and started singing. Roses are red, violets are blue. I killed Yamcha and fucked his girl too. Vegeta began to laugh hysterically as he walked away and Yamcha stood there like he had just died on the inside. Krillin walked up to Goku and gave him a beer. Here ya go buddy. Wow, thanks Krillin. Goku then just thought, man Krillin, we have both come so far. Can you remember back when we both just started training with Master Roshi? Krillin laughed a little. Yeah, I really did not like delivering milk every morning though. Everyone seemed to be having a good time. Majin Buu and Hercule were chatting it up, Bulma and Chi-Chi frantically trying to get the food out as Goku ate everything in sight, and Trunks, Gohan, and Goten were all trying to act calm and cool. All of a sudden the limitless power could be felt by everyone. Vegeta shouted, "Great galaxies, what is that?" Goku knowing he had felt that energy before, but it was stronger than ever. Goku then shouted to everyone, "Guys, it's Broly, he is coming back." Everyone was a little confused because Goku seemed rather excited. Goku put his 2 fingers on his forehead. "I will be right back everyone." In a flash Goku was gone. He then appeared in front of Broly. "I was expecting you." "Wow Broly, how did you gain all this power?" Broly laughed loudly. "Fight me first, then I will think about it." Goku smiled right back. It was a quiet morning. The legendary Super Saiyan and Earth's greatest hero stood in a field. It was warm and it began to rain. There also seemed to be a slight breeze rolling across the land. They both stared at each other and it looked like they were about to kill each other because of the seriousness you could see on their faces. Broly's looked calm on the front, but beyond the superficial layer, you could feel the depth and story behind him. As for Goku, he looked just as calm, but behind him you could feel a warm energy radiate from him that made you feel at peace. You could tell he had a heart of gold. Just before the two were about to unleash on Aya. Other Goku comments, "Broly, how do I know you won't destroy Earth while we're fighting?" Broly looked him dead in the eye and said, "You don't." "Broly, you can." A voice then pops in Goku's head, "Goku. Jeesh King Kai, you're so loud. I had to break your concentration. But enough of that Goku, you need to come here right now, I have urgent news." "Really right now King Kai?" Goku says with a bit of disappointment. "Ah, too bad Goku, I just happened to pick up a lot of food today and I just cooked it." Goku's stomach began to rumble and his mouth began to savor. Goku then looked at Broly with excitement. "Hey, Broly, we are going to visit King Kai, grab on." Broly kind of grunted and grabbed onto Goku's shoulder. They then appeared on King Kai's planet. King Kai had a buffet rolled out for Goku on his driveway. You could almost see a tear in Goku's eye because of all the food. Before Goku could run over, King Kai stopped him. "Wait, Goku, who is your giant friend?" "Oh, him, that Broly," Goku exclaimed. King Kai then had to stop for a second and think, why does that name sound so familiar? "Oh well, it will come to me." King Kai put his hand out. "Nice to meet you, Broly." King Kai said as casual as possible. "I used to be Goku's master." Broly, nearly death, gripped his hand. "You as well." Before Goku raced over to the food, he took note of Broly. He noticed his personality has changed since last time. Before he talked more and was full of Saiyan rage, but now it seemed he was more serious and rather at peace. But Goku knew Broly was like this in his base form a lot of the time. He still kept an eye on it, though. King Kai looked up at Broly, just praying that Broly will let go of his hand already. Goku finally started eating like a beast. King Kai started walking towards Goku. "So anyways, what I needed to tell you, wait a second. You mean that's the legendary Super Saiyan that destroyed an entire galaxy and nearly killed all of you, and now you're just inviting him here?" With Hi's mouth full and a chicken leg in his hand, Goku looked back. "Yup, that's him." King Kai flipped out. "Goku, what is wrong with you?" "Relax King Kai, he is kind of good now, you have nothing to worry about." King Kai looked back at Broly. He still did not trust him. But Goku was right, he does not seem as psychopathic as before. King Kai could also sense that Broly's energy has changed, but he could not tell how. Broly looked down at King Kai and said sarcastically, "Lucky I don't blow your nice little home. You have, ah ha ha." King Kai grew a little nervous because Broly felt a little intimidating. Do you like chicken, Broly?" Broly smirked. "It sounds delicious." He then joined Goku in eating everything in sight. King Kai walked back over to Goku. "Goku, listen up, this is important. Do you remember that god of destruction I told you about? Oh yeah, well, he is going to arrive at Earth tomorrow. Goku then jumped up and spit the food out of his mouth. Wait, tomorrow? Why is he even coming? I guess he heard you defeated Frieza and Majin Buu and he wants to see how strong you are. Broly was slowly eating, but he thought, this god of destruction sounds like the challenge I have been waiting for. Goku yelled over to Broly, breaking his concentration. Broly, we have to start training right away. Kakarot, I am not here to protect you, precious Earth, I have only come to train with you. Broly then gave a bit of a smile after that. Let's go. Goku then remembered. Oh, Broly, what was that new power you were telling me about? Oh, I almost forgot. Broly wanted to show off his new form, but he did not want to power up to its max. I am warning you, Kakarot, this will be unlike any transformation you have ever witnessed. Behold, Broly took a couple steps back. King Kai tried to interrupt. Wait, don't do it here. You will ruin my planet. Broly acknowledged him but said nothing. Broly started in his LSSJ3 form because he wanted to really show off to Kakarot. Well, Kakarot, I assume you already know of these forms, but King Kai shouts loudly. Oh no, Goku, Vegeta says the god of destruction is at Earth now. Goku scrambled over to Broly. Come on, Broly, no time to waste. Goku grabbed onto him before he could power up and used instant transmission to Capsule Corp. As soon as they arrived, it was silent and everyone stared at them. Broly and Goku noticed a purple, cat-like figure and a person with a funky hairdo with a staff standing there. The purple cat figure had a sinister look in his eye. He then spoke. So you must be the great Goku I have heard so much about. My name is Beerus, the god of destruction. The man with the funny haircut began to talk. My name is Whis, I am Beerus's trainer. Nice to meet you guys, but what brings you here to Earth? Goku said curiously. Flash forward. I wanted to get through the story faster. What basically happened was Beerus explained why he came and Goku fought him, achieving Super Saiyan God, then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. While all this happened, Broly just stood back and watched Goku fight Beerus. So essentially a week went by, with Broly and Goku training on their own. It was a sunny day at Kame House. Master Roshi was laying out in the front reading some porn mags. When he noticed it got really shaded above him, he looked up. What is broccoli? Do me a favor and contact Kakarot and tell him to come here. Master, without any hesitation, said, okay. Broly then stared out at the sea as Master Roshi walked inside. Master Roshi dials his phone. Hey Bulma, it's Master Roshi, hee. Bulma answered, with kind of disgust. What do you need, Master Roshi? Goku's friend Broly wants him to come to Kame House. 5 minutes later, Goku appeared in front of Broly. Well, Broly, it's about time. Let's fight Kakarot. Goku smiled, but first he asked him with a cocky vibe behind it. Oh Broly, I know you saw my new form. Is this what you were going to power up to before King Kai interrupted you? Broly laughed hysterically. Not at all, I found something greater than your hair dye makeover. Goku looked at him curiously and wondered what he could have achieved. Well, okay then, show me your best. The two began to power up and the aura around them was incredibly intense, but what could this new form Broly has achieved? It was a clear summer's day at Kame House. The ocean was blue and the sun was shining brightly. However, the energy at Kame House was different. It looked calm, but you could feel a fierce energy in the air. Down below stood some of the greatest Saiyan warriors to ever exist. Master Roshi quickly scrambled up to Goku. Goku, you don't suppose you could take this somewhere else? I would like to keep my house standing. Broly overheard it and kind of snarled at Master Roshi. Roshi jumped behind Goku. Goku then got a surprised look on his face. Oh, I almost forgot we were here. Haha, sorry Master Roshi. Roshi let out a big relief. Thank goodness, I probably would have been blown away with it. Roshi stumbled back into his house to read more porn. Goku looked back at Broly. Come on Broly, I have an awesome place, we can do this. Broly grunted at Goku, then grabbed his shoulder. Broly noticed it was quite a change of scenery. It looked like a wasteland. Broly looked around, noticed just a bunch of broken rocks lying around that were orange-colored and dusty. Alright then, Goku said with an eager voice. I will hop over here. And where were we? Oh yeah, Goku quickly snapped into his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form. Broly's thoughts. I have never seen or heard of T.S. Super Saiyan God, Broly thought calmly. Broly scanned the new form and detail of it. Goku's hair was no longer black, but a radiant blue, and it was in the shape of a normal Super Saiyan's hair. Broly became slightly on edge. His aura, it feels incredibly powerful, but it control. No worries, however. Kakarot, I have to say I am quite impressed with your new makeover. Unfortunately, it still won't be enough, haha. Broly said so brashly. Broly then quickly jumped to his legendary Super Saiyan 3 state. Broly began to power up and screaming. Goku still a little confused because he did not know of any other ways to achieve higher power after Super Saiyan 3 besides the God state. He became a bit concerned. Goku's thoughts. I don't understand. If it is not Super Saiyan God, then I do not know how you can power up higher than a Super Saiyan 3. Maybe he made it somehow so his Super Saiyan 3 state becomes extremely powerful. Goku just stood there and watched it as if it were a movie. Go on YouTube and play Ignored by Ion while reading this part 10x more epic. Goku looked up and noticed that the sky around them began to darken and lightning was flashing. All of the lightning was going into Broly's energy ball where he was charging up. Broly's screaming continued. It almost sounded like a screech. Goku started to feel a bit of Broly's new energy from his transformation. Goku looked at Broly and kind of murmured in his head, Broly, what is this new state? It feels so omnipotent, but at peace at the same time. Broly laughed scornfully again and could barely talk, but Scream talked at Goku. Kakarot, I will tell you again, this will be unlike any power you have ever felt. Goku began to start noticing significant changes with Broly, even though Goku could barely see inside Broly's ki ball. Goku's eyes widened a little bit and looked curiously. Is his hair beginning to turn black? Goku saw Broly's tail out from his suit. The next change really struck Goku. He saw at Broly began to develop red fur everywhere except for the chest and stomach area. Even the tail turned red. Next, Broly's eyes began to turn into a piercing yellow, and when you looked into them you could just feel the eminence behind it. Under and around his eyes were small red paint lines that almost acted as an eyeliner. Goku looked at this transformation. Wow, this is exciting. His power is incredible. Broly POV. GHH, this transformation, my power is rising. I am invincible. So much power is flowing through me right now. I need to contain my rage, otherwise I won't be able to finish this. NPOV. Broly still powering up. Goku watched Broly's face as he transformed. He could see that Broly's eyes have gone completely white, meaning that Broly made it to the legendary state of his new form. It almost looked like Broly was struggling to finish this. Broly suddenly gave off a big smirk. Finally, he said in a sinister voice. The energy ball around finally got huge and the rocks below him collapsed, and then the ball of energy slowly dissipated. Goku was trying to see Broly as the dust was clearing. Then Goku heard Broly scream, Kakarot, come meet your doom. The dust finally disappeared and Goku was shocked. Wow, Broly, your power is incredible. Behold, Kakarot, this is called a Super Saiyan 4. Broly even had more power than a normal Super Saiyan 4 because he was in legendary Super Saiyan 4 state. Goku looked very surprised on his face. Wow, Broly, I never even knew there was a different way to go after Super Saiyan 3 inches. Broly had a very serious look on his face but said calmly, this is the ultimate Saiyan, Kakarot. Goku smirked. We will see how you hold up against my new form. We sure have come a far way from our ancestors. Enough stalling. Goku then LT Broly's power just shoot up even higher. Goku's thoughts. Wow, Broly's new form is amazing. He increased his power dramatically. Man, this will be the best challenge I have had in a while. I will just have to do my best. Just then Broly disappeared and ended up behind Goku and kicked him right in the lower back. It sent Goku flying into some rocks. Goku smiled. This is going to be fun. Me. Back at Capsule Corp, all of the Z warriors could feel Goku and Broly. Everyone was hanging around. Outside, Yamcha got up and exclaimed to everyone, man, I wish I was there to take a swing at Broly myself. Right now, everyone just stops and stared at Yamcha and they all burst out laughing, Trunks barely being able to talk because he was laughing so hard, pointing at him and saying, Yamcha, haha, I bet you haven't even recovered from last time when you got bitch smacked. Vegeta elbow tapped Trunks as he was laughing too. Aw son, you should have. He saw when I first came to Earth and he got blown up by a Saibamanhah. Yamcha felt so embarrassed that he went inside and cried in the bathroom, filling the bathtub with his tears. Even his good pussy Puar was laughing at him. Krillin shouted, "Hey guys, we should all go watch Goku fight." Everyone agreed and they flew off to the wasteland Broly and Goku were at. Goku fire. A huge Kamehameha from where he was laying at. Broly shot a similar energy beam, though it was only green. When the two beams clashed, they were so strong that the shockwave alone dissipated the land around it. Broly had a big grin on his face. Yes, Kakarot's new form seems to be nearly equal to mine in power. The two both flew at each other and started throwing fists at each other. Broly threw a straight, hitting Goku in the face. But Goku countered by going with the punch and he flipped back, kicking Broly in the chin. Broly quickly grabbed Goku's leg and dragged him to the ground, where he proceeded to spin Goku around, smacking him into rocks. "Kakarot, you better do something before I smear your hair dye onto the rocks." Goku smiled. Well, that was the plan. Goku quickly ki blasted Broly in the face and Broly let go. Goku followed by ending a bunch of ki blasts concentrated on Broly, creating a massive ball of the ki blasts combined. It grew to the size of a mountain and then exploded, doubling in size. Goku laughed happily. "Maybe this won't be as hard as I thought." "Are you sure about that?" Broly said in a deep voice as he appeared in front of Goku. Broly grabbed Goku's head and point-blank ki blasted him to the ground, but before Goku could hit the ground, Broly flew below Goku and flip-kicked him back into the sky. Then Broly sent another ki blast into Goku's stomach and it exploded in the sky. Broly began laughing. "Haha, incredible, you think you still stand a chance against me?" Just before Goku started fighting again, he yelled at Broly, "Wait Broly, hold on." Broly became angry. "Kakarot, I am tired of your games. No, all of my friends came to watch us, but they will get hurt if they stay." Broly still frowning. Fine, hurry up or I am blowing this place up." Goku quickly flew over to the Z fighters. He yelled, "What are you guys doing here? You will get hurt badly if you stay." Goten spoke up, "We came to cheer you. Oh, hey, can you guys hear me?" Everyone heard a nasal voice in their head, even Broly. Goku shouted, "King Kai, you always call during fights." King Kai got a little annoyed. "Well geez, I guess you don't want to hear about a tournament in our universe where all the greatest fighters will be. HMPH. Broly got a little excited. "A tournament? I will finally be able to find more challenge besides Kakarot." Goku scrambled. "I'm sorry King Kai. I want to know." "Well, you have to go ask Dend and they will know more about." "Thanks, King Kai, I'll be off." Broly flew over to Goku. "Kakarot, I want to figure out more about this tournament." "Me too. Grab on everyone." All of the fighters grabbed on and went to Kame's lookout. They appeared right before Mr. Popo and Dend smiled at all of them. "We have been expecting you guys, good to see you. I'll go grab the food." Dend smiled as well. "Ah, good to see you guys, welcome back." Dend then noticed a tall 9-foot man standing next to Goku. Hi. I am Dend. I am Earth's guardian." Broly shook his hand and just said, "I am Broly." Dend was kind of disturbed because the man seemed really serious and overpowering. Dend looked back at Goku. "So Goku, I assume you've heard about the tournament from King Kai." "Yeah, I'm pumped. But why didn't King Kai just tell me?" "Well, there are lots of rules and sections that differ from Earth's tournament, so he figured you would not remember, so he gave me all the details." Mr. Popo shouted, "The food is ready." Goku shouted, "Let's eat." What is this new tournament that has arisen? Will Goku and Broly finish their fight? Will Yamcha commit suicide because he sucks so bad? Dend brought all of them into the dining hall of Kame's lookout. "Okay, if everyone is ready, I will explain the rules. You, Broly, do you want to sit down?" Broly had his arms crossed and shrugged his shoulders. HMPH. Dend a little confused. Okay then. Anyways, listen up guys, because some of these rules are kind of weird. Now, first thing is, this is a tournament meant for our whole universe, so it is going to be the biggest fighting event of the century. Thankfully, they have divided it up into sections, so you still stay within your part of the universe. Second, somehow, and don't ask because I don't know how, they are allowed to bring fighters from the afterlife back, even from hell. Goku jumped up. "Wow, this is going to be huge. I am excited." Vegeta glared at Goku. "Kakarot, shut up, I can't hear the green man." Goku rolled his eyes. "Well, someone's sassy today." Dend continued. "Anyways, they have a special classification system that puts you in a pool with fighters equal to your skill. There seems to be about 10 different pools. With each pool, the top 24 fighters get to go to the live matches, kind of like Earth's tournament with the best 8 fighters. Also, if you guys want to, they do have a team battles option. As for the location, it is in the middle of the universe. The winner of the highest power pool will get to fight the god of destruction Beerus. That's all I know so far. Oh, and it starts in 3 months. If you guys want to sign up now, you can. Goku jumped up on the table and he was so excited he could barely keep it bottled up. Show me where I can sign. Den gave Goku that look that said calm the fuck down. Okay guys, raise your hand if you want. 1. All who raised their hands were Broly, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Majin Buu, Piccolo, Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien. Goku looked over at Gohan kind of surprised. Gohan, are you really going to compete? Yeah, something about this tournament gets me a little excited. They all took the papers and signed it. Then after they signed it, a red number appeared on the paper. Goku asked Dend what it meant. Hey Dend, what does this number mean? That is the pool of fighters you have been put into. Goku went over to Broly and Vegeta. Wow guys, looks like I got put into group 10. What about you guys? Broly said, 10, in a serious voice. Vegeta smirked. I got 10 as well. Prepare to lose Kakarot. Oh, this is exciting. Let's start training now. Goku said excitingly. Dend interrupted. Oh, by the way, does anyone want to do the 2v2? Goku, Vegeta? They both shouted, no. Gohan, however, asked Piccolo too. Piccolo smiled. Sure kid. Then Yamcha tried to slither his way over Tien and asked he wanted to team up, but quickly reacted by saying he already teamed up with Krillin. Krillin looked up. What was that, Tien? Tien nervously said, "Yaaaa, remember we teamed up." Krillin noticed Yamcha staring at him as he said that, and he understood. Oh yeah, now I do. Tien let out a huge relief. Yamcha went to cry again. Kaz he sucks EGGZ and N01L1K3's H1M. Trunks and Goten also decided they would do the 2v2. Here are all the pool results. Broly, Goku, Vegeta equals pool 10, Piccolo, Gohan. Majin Buu equals pool 9, Goten. Trunks equals pool 8. Krillin, Tien, Yamcha equals pool 4. They all fly off to begin their training. All of the people in the same pools train together. Except for pool 10 because all of their egos are in the way. Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha all go to a wasteland to begin ramping up their ki blast power. Piccolo, Gohan, and Majin Buu all go to a forest to train their hand-to-hand combat. Goten and Trunks go train at a capsule corp gravity chamber. As for Broly, Vegeta, and Goku, they all fly off to separate places. Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin's training. All three of THM stood in a triangle under the hot sun. Krillin spoke up. Okay guys, the good news is we have a chance of winning. I don't want to be negative, but we can all agree we are all out of Goku, Broly, and Vegeta's league. Tien responded. He was intrigued. Man, that's going to be one hell of a fight between Goku and Broly. Yamcha was interested as well. Yeah, and with them being able to go all out, I can only imagine the power. Krillin exclaimed, yeesh, I don't want to think about it. That reminds me, I was listening to Dend. And he didn't really tell us what the stadium was like or the fighting arena itself. I can agree, Krillin. I wonder how the plan to keep everyone protected. I am almost sure that there will be some psycho fighters that will use planet-busting attacks. Yeah, Tien, it's a bit of a scary thought. Hopefully they keep their attacks concentrated. But let's focus on winning our competition. I am sure we could definitely ramp up a planet-busting attack. Krillin smirked as he said that. They stood there and the wind began to roll across the land. Then you heard Tien scream, Neo Tri-Beam Ha! Tien's beam had increased significantly in power. He had been focusing his training on his ki blasts. His tri-beam smacked Yamcha hard into the ground. Then Tien shot another one down. Hey, Tien, Krillin shouted, eat this. Kamehameha. The beam hit Tien in the back. Ah, a back attack, huh, Krillin? Don Ra. Yamcha hit Tien in the back with his wolf fang fist. He got knocked to the ground. Then Krillin and Yamcha began fighting. Yamcha was throwing very fast punches, hitting Krillin in the face. Krillin countered by swooping under Yamcha's legs and kicking him in the back. Yamcha flew back a bit. Yamcha heard Krillin saying something, but couldn't make it out. Destructo Disc. AAAAHHHH. Back with Brawly. Just before Brawly had flown off, Goku shouted. Flashback to Kame's lookout. Hey, Brawly, where are you going? Away Kakarot. IH. Avenue, a very good place where you can get a year of training in within a day. Brawly heard him and became slightly interested. Tell me Kakarot. Goku then proceeded to tell Den to show Brawly the hyperbolic time chamber. Brawly stood at the door of the chamber. Den explained the chamber to him. Now Brawly, a couple things to remember. The chamber, you can train in there for 1 year for the equivalent of 1 day here on Earth. I don't remember what the time limit for the chamber was, I believe it was 2 years in there, but we're just gonna say 1, and you must come out after that or the door will disappear. And you will be trapped forever. Also, the chamber changes over time, helping you train, and there is enough supplies, food, etc. to last you a year. Good luck. Brawly walked in the chamber. This looks interesting. Brawly went out to test his power. He floated up to the white space. Brawly noticed the air began to get really hot and the pressure increased, but it didn't bother him. He powered up to LSSJ3. He formed his green key ball around him and he screamed, and a bunch of little green key blasts shout from his. They exploded when they hit the ground. Brawly looked down. Wow, I can go all out here. I am going to decimate the competition. I am going to be the most powerful in the universe. Brawly had every intention of wanting to become the most powerful, and he realized he had to reach new levels of power far surpassing Goku's and this god of destruction. Back with Vegeta. Vegeta stood there at Capsule Corp looking into the sky. He felt a bit angry because he knew Kakarot had achieved this new Super Saiyan god, Super Saiyan, and Brawly got Super Saiyan 4. He began to talk to himself. Damn, I am going to defeat Kakarot this time, but I am going to need to reach new levels of power. Super Saiyan 3 is no use to me now. I have to go far above. Vegeta walked into the gravity chamber wondering how he would reach his next level. I am just going to have to train harder. He cranked up THE machine to 1000x gravity for just a warm-up. This time Kakarot, I will be ahead of you. Back with Gohan, Trunks, Goten, Piccolo, and Majin Buu. Majin Buu decided he would sit the first CE round out so they could practice the 2v2. Piccolo whispered to Gohan, keep in mind Gohan, these two like to talk a lot, so let them distract themselves. Sure, no, this reminds me of old times when you trained me, Piccolo, thanks. I always have your back, kid. Piccolo quickly split into two. He sent one of them at Goten and the other at Trunks. Gohan quickly caught and realized Piccolo thought of double teaming. While Piccolo's one half is keeping Goten occupied, Gohan and the other half, Piccolo, both attacked Trunks, and since all of their fighting skills are nearly the same level, Trunks quickly began to struggle. Piccolo and Trunks' punches and kicks were both clashing each other. Then Gohan quickly nailed Trunks in the back of the head that hurt him significantly, but Goten did an explosion-type attack to stop the other Piccolo for a couple seconds. Hey, Gohan, Goten, Goten then shot an orange ball key blast at Gohan, knocking him back. 3 Mo. NTHS have passed by. All of the warriors put their blood and sweat into their training. They all decided they would go as a group. They all met at Kame's lookout. Goku walked over to Vegeta. Vegeta, I am excited for this. I felt like training took forever. Kakarot, I can't wait to show how much I have surpassed you in these 3 months. Goku then walked over to Goten, Gohan, Piccolo, and Trunks. Hey guys. Hey Dad. Goten and Gohan both had very happy looks on their faces. Gohan spoke up, Dad, do you think this will be like Earth's tournament? Well, I doubt it, Gohan. This one looks like it will be much bigger. Goku got distracted for a second. He noticed Brawly standing on the edge of the lookout. He was looking out into the sky. Brawly had a smirk on his face and was thinking to himself, hey, once I finish off this god of destruction, I will become the strongest in the universe. My new pal. Hey Brawly, how did you like the hyperbolic time chamber? It was interesting. Yeah, that place is awesome. Too bad you can only go in there for so long. Just as Goku was about to continue, Den shouted, alright, are you guys ready to go? Everyone exclaimed yes. Okay guys, everyone grab on. They were quickly transported to the entrance of the arena. Whoa, Brawly observed the area. This wasn't just a fighting arena but a whole was intrigued by it. He had never seen so many skilled fighters in a place at one time. The Saiyan blood was pumping through his veins. The festival itself was decorated top-notch. All you could see surrounding the festival was outer space. Inside, however, it was L lit. The vendor tents were the first things you saw when you came in. Then behind them was the massive fighting arena, which must have been a mile in diameter. It was painted, mostly blue and black. The inside of the stadium was similar to Earth's. Concrete floors and stadium. Surrounding it, Beerus, however, wanted fighters to go at full power, so he has Whis protecting the audience from the planet-busting attacks. Around the rest of the stadium was just hotels, restaurants, and places to relax. Brawly confidently murmuring to himself, "Well, this looks interesting." Brawly then heard in an annoying voice next him, "Brawly, this is amazing. I can't wait for all the food. Kakarot, you will be dead by the end of this," Brawly said menacingly. "Yas shhh. What's gotten into you?" Den spoke to everyone. "Okay guys, I am going to sign everyone in. Wait here." They all suddenly felt a familiar energy, a very potent one. Then just as Goku was about turn, he felt a flick in the back of his head that sent him flying into a food court. OWWWW. Hey, who did that? GHHHH. BEERUS. Hello Goku. I see your reflexes haven't changed much. Everyone except Brawly looked at Beerus with a shock on their face. Brawly's thoughts. Wow, his power is incredible, he will be the one I defeat. Beerus continued to speak. Well Goku, I look forward to see how much your skill has improved. I just wanted to let all of you know. Feel free to go full power, he said while scratching his chin. See you all soon. Beerus disappeared. Krillin said to Gohan, well, that was kind of weird. I know he just kind of came out at us. But I wonder if he was hinting at something big by saying we could go all out? Really? I thought he was just saying we could blow stuff up. Just as Gohan was about to say something, Den came running back with an extremely worried look on his face. Guys, Den said this with a shock on his face, I just got terrible news. They all stared at him. Trunks said curiously, what is it Den? Well, when I was signing you all up I noticed they put in a new rule. Brawly raised his eyebrow and listened closely. Goku scratched his head, I hope it doesn't mean no more food haha. Den cut Goku off. No Goku, this isn't time for joking. The new rule is the fighters now have the option to kill each other if they think a knockout isn't enough. They also added in, if you win THE tournament you get your own elite training arena. All the weak-minded fighters will surely be tempted. Everyone stood there with a shocked look on their face. Chi-Chi nearly fainted. Trunks exclaimed, why would they do that? Brawly on the other hand stood there and smiled, great, I will be able to finish off the competition. Den looked frustrated, I don't know, this isn't good news though. Everyone please don't joke around. You have to be the best in your pool. They all heard an announcer over the stadium. Fighters will need to be in the stadium in 3 hours to check in. Brawly decided to spend these last 3 hours wisely. He quickly disappeared. Brawly POV. 3 hours I will train the first half and focus on raising my power the rest of the time. Brawly found on open field in within the festival arena. He noticed there was no people in there. This is strange. Oh well. Brawly spent the first hour and a half focusing on the concentration and area of his ki blasts, and then he ramped up his speed all in his base form. His last hour and a half he spent focusing and meditating his power. This technique was not normal to Brawly as he was a raging killer, but he remembered this is what got him to legendary Super Saiyan 4, so he knew if he trained this he could go to levels even further beyond. Ah yes, I can feel the power welling up inside of me. Brawly then felt his Saiyan rage deep inside of him. It almost kept playing like a record. Just hearing Goku's crying in his head, Kakarot Kakarot. Ah, then a bunch of little green ki blasts shot out from him blowing up the field, but he calmed down again. He then heard, will all fighters please advance to the arena. Brawly then appeared next to all of the Z fighters. Goku gave Brawly a friendly greeting. Oh Brawly, there you are. This is going to be awesome. Quote. Brawly paid no attention to Goku. They were all watching the announcer as he stepped up onto the stage. Alright everyone, we have managed to seek out the best of the best. Here are your results. For pool 1 through 3 etc., etc., and etc. I am only going to give you guys the fights you care about. For the 1 vs 1's pool 4 we have Tien vs Android 17 and Krillin vs Yamcha. For pool 8 we have Goten vs Trunks. Pool 9 we have Majin Buu vs Kid Buu. Gohan vs Oob, and folks, we had an odd number so Piccolo will fight the winner. Finally, for the final results in pool 10 we have Brawly vs Cell, Vegeta vs Frieza, and Goku versus Baby. Those are your results, people of the universe. Enjoy the competition. We will do one fight in a pool at a time. So will Broly and Cell please step up? Broly walked into the stadium. He found it rather mesmerizing. The stadium was well lit, but it was aglow from all the stars surrounding it. All of a sudden Broly felt a familiar energy, but it was one that made the anger inside him boil. He turned over and he was blinded by a purple light. To Goku and Vegeta, I have to say, Kakarot, this will be an easy win for me and I will be the strongest in the universe. Goku just smiled and laughed at him. Alright Vegeta, the tournament has not even started, just relax. Vegeta's eyes perked up. Relax. That's the kind of talk I would expect to hear from a weakling. The announcer spoke. Will Krillin and Yamcha please step up? Back to Broly. Blinded by the RPLE light, Broly noticed it felt like nothing, but he heard a laughter behind it and it began to speak. I didn't realize they allowed monkeys in the fighting arena. Broly looked down at what appeared to be an alienoid creature that was purple and white, but it made Broly's rage conjure up. Broly quickly grabbed the creature's hand and began to crush it like it was a cracker. Frieza could feel the primal fear in his blood. Broly, please step up. Back to Broly. Blinded by the purple light, Broly noticed it felt like nothing, but he heard a laughter behind it and it began to speak. I didn't realize they allowed monkeys in the fighting arena. Broly looked down at what appeared to be an alienoid creature that was purple and white, but it made Broly's rage conjure up. Broly quickly grabbed the creature's hand and began to crush it like it was a cracker. Frieza could feel the primal fear in his blood. Broly looked him dead in the eye, but Frieza quickly knocked him off and ran away. I do not know who he is, but I do not like him. Back to announcer, and the winner is Krillin. Krillin smiled ear to ear. Yamcha snarled at him. I would have won if you did not cheat. Yamcha, you need an ego check. He then slithered away in bitterness. Okay everybody, we are moving right along. Will Broly and Cell please step up? Cell already in his perfect form. Broly walked up there and began to laugh crazy. You can't be serious, I have to squash this green bug again? Cell didn't say anything, he just sat there and smiled. Fighters begin. Broly only powers up to LSSJ1. He goes to clothesline Cell, but Cell goes right under and elbows him in the back. Broly counters by flipping over and kicking him, but Cell catches his leg and throws him to the ground. Broly eats concrete. All of you Saiyans are fed up with your own pride. You may have big muscles, but you will never be on my level. Cell does not stop, he goes up. Broly turns around and sees an orange glow in the sky. This is a little one Frieza taught me. It was his supernova attack. Broly put as much effort as he could against the orange death ball, but it was not enough. It exploded and covered the whole stadium. Whis thankfully protected the audience. Goku and Gohan watching Broly. Dad, shouldn't Broly be whipping Cell's butt right now? Well, Broly may be strong, but we never know how much Cell has trained. For all we know, he could be as strong as Beerus. What? No way, I couldn't buy that. Broly finally got out of the ground. Still standing, I see. Here, let me hell. Broly quickly stuck Cell in the face and threw lots of punches at his gut. Nice try, but it won't be enough. Cell grabbed his punch. Broly was trying with all his might to push through, but again it was not enough. Wow, I thought you would have trained more, so-called legendary Super Saiyan. Cell grinned. Try this one on for size. Kamehameha, it's over. The Kamehameha wave was ginormous. It engulfed the whole stadium and dust was everywhere. Cell dusted his hands off. That was a piece of cake with my new strength. I am the perfect being. The dust cleared. Broly was laying with his body into the ground. Everyone was shocked. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, all their jaws dropped. Vegeta exclaimed, "Whoa, I even thought Broly was stronger than that. What kind of power has Cell unlocked?" The announcer walked onto the stage. The stage was destroyed, rocks and dust everywhere, but the glow still seemed to shimmer through the stadium. Okay, it looks like we have a winner, everybody. All of a sudden an extremely evil-sounding laughter surrounded the stadium. I can't believe you actually thought it would be that easy. Cell's face turned like he had seen a ghost. Cell worried, you boo-boo it, how? My new power destroyed you. Power? They tickled, haha. Broly appeared behind Cell. Please, I just wanted to have fun to see your face of despair. Wasting my power on such scum. Broly grabs Cell by the back of the head so hard that Cell can't run and it is causing him gruesome pain. Brawly just held him there and proceeded to rip his wings off. Then he ripped off his other limbs one by one. Although Cell could handle the pain, it still hurt and he regenerated them. Regeneration, huh? Well, I'll just finish you off in one blow. Brawly turned him around and ripped his abdomen open and put a little green keyball in there. Then Brawly threw him back. Now die. Brawly clenched his fist as the green key grew and exploded. It completely evaporated every cell in Cell's body. Almost everyone was in shock. The announcer walked up. We have our winner, Brawly. The crowd went crazy and chanted, Brawly, Brawly. Brawly walked off with a big grin on his face. Next up we have Vegeta vs. Frieza. The end.